Hello everyone, today is September 1st and I just got my Artsnacks box. It arrived really quick this month. So let's see what's inside. Ooh, looks full of stuff. Oh, cute little sticker. Back to school sticker with a notebook design. Pretty cool. And we have, let's see, where should we start? Get a little crybaby, extra sour, some bubble gum. M-gram watercolor, ASO yellow. I'm pretty sure I already have one, but that's okay. It's a great brand. I love M-gram. And then what do we have here? Holy cow, let's see. We have 3 zebra sensations, interesting, it says there all of them are black, so let's see what the difference is between all of them. Super fine tip, and medium tip, and they're all brush pens, so just the tip is different. Now I want to see, it's permanent pigment ink, it's acid free and archival, water resistant. Gonna have to test that with alcohol based markers and watercolors, but I'm assuming if we have watercolor it's probably fine. It probably won't bleed with water. It's interesting that this one, the body is blue when the ink is black inside. Could be confusing when you're looking for your pens. And wonder, I think Zebra must be the brand, but it's they're Japanese pens. Like a lot of brush pens, by the way. Alright, so now I'm trying to figure out if somewhere it says in English fine, extra fine, and medium, and it doesn't. So it's kind of nice actually that they're color coded, because there's no way, unless you can read Japanese, there's no way to find out, unless I missed it, that which size they are. There you go. So we have the extra fine, fine, and medium. And let's see. It's like the Pentel Think Signature brush pen. So it is a brush pen, but it's pretty firm. But the tip is really, really fine. That's kind of cool. And depending on the pressure, you can get broader lines. So this one already feels more like a brush pen. Except it doesn't feel very juicy. See, the the tip of the end of my mark is kind of looks dry. And the medium, I see the medium is the same. And you can still do fine lines, but you have to go really slow if you want the ink to really flow. Otherwise it just looks dry. If you go quick, it looks dry. Anyway, let's see what else we have. Maybe a brush to use the watercolor. And it's the third month in a row that I get yellow. I've been getting yellow and blue. I get for the third time I get a yellow. We have an opera drawer. There's a brush drawing on it, so it's water soluble. I'm not sure. It's a warm gray, so it's a color pencil. It's a watercolor pencil. It's not a graphite pencil, and it's a thick one. I didn't know they made big ones. They have a whole line of watercolor pencils, regular size pencils. I didn't know they make thick ones. So it's a warm gray. And I've got a Princeton. Who put a sticker on my brush? I don't like stickers on brushes or pencils or art supplies in general. Well, let me see if I can. Princeton synthetic sable round brush, and it's a number 0. So it's very, very fine. And we'll see. Let me get it wet. Of course, it's definitely not. This is just copy paper, but not the right paper to test the watercolor. Anyway, here's the supplies for this month. We'll see what I do with it. Of course, we know it's going to be the portrait of the winner of the eye draw you giveaway for the month of September. Yeah, I get black and gray and yellow. So we'll see what happens. Never mind, it looks like I didn't have that azo yellow after all. So that's one more beautiful yellow to add to my collection. After I tape my paper down, I use the extra piece of paper that's sticking out outside of the tape area for testing. That way I can test the supplies on the paper that I'm actually going to use for the portrait. I really like that azo yellow. It's very close to my cadmium lemon by Winsor & Newton. It's a warm but not too bright yellow, and so I really like that one. I enjoyed using the brush pens very much. They're beautiful pens. My only thing is that I wish they were a bit juicier. They feel a bit dry unless you use them very slowly, and that's what I mentioned a bit earlier. So even on this paper, if you go too fast, it feels too dry. But they're great pens otherwise. One more thing also, I wish there were, besides being color coded for the size of the nib, I wish there was an easy way to find on the pen itself, either the cap or the barrel, what size it is. I mean, it's probably written in Japanese, but it's not helpful to me. The Faber-Castell watercolor pencil is awesome. It's a really good brand of watercolor pencils. It's nice and creamy. It works well as just a colored pencil, and it dilutes really well also when you use water. You'll see later on that I used it 3 different ways. The first application was straight on paper as a colored pencil, and then I used the brush to water it down and spread the pigment on the paper. I also used it with my wet brush, just rubbing the tip of the pencil to get the pigment straight on the bristles. I found that's the way I get the darkest color. And then the last way to use it was to put some water in my palette and rub the pencil in it, so I was able to make a little wash that way. And that helped me make a third color. I mixed it with the yellow watercolor, and I was hoping for green, but because the pencil was not black, it was a warm gray, it made a muddy type of color, but that's okay. It was an extra color that I was able to use later. The brush is really nice, although it was not very practical because it was so small. I'm probably going to be able to use it for miniature paintings, but for larger surfaces it's really hard to use because it just takes a long time. But it holds a lot of water for a short amount of time because it's such a small brush. It has a nice fine point, and again, for details it's great. Another nice Artsnacks box and a little warm-up for next month's Inktober, and I hope that we'll have a lot of cool inking supplies. Urja, I hope you like your portrait. Thank you very much for participating in this month's giveaway, and everybody else, thank you also for participating. In a few days I'm gonna have a new video so that everybody can enter next month's giveaway, which will be all in ink. I'm guessing Inktober. Usually Artsnacks has all ink supplies, so keep your eyes peeled. If you want to participate, remember to subscribe because the giveaway is just for my subscribers. And if you click on the notification bell, then you will know when I post my new video that announces the new giveaway. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye bye.